Max.
All right, I am pushing the start button on the stream.
What is start?
I don't know if it's doing
Press
the
start to play.
things. It
Live
is. We're live on the
on-
Twitches. We are live on the
Yep.
Trovos.
I gotta go on a
I
Trovo.
am twatting the tweet.
Totally think crap fuck should tell our what happened last time.
Last time
Crap
on
fuck
the
I don't know what happened last time.
You can't
been
Crap
2
doesn't
weeks.
remember.
It's been 2 weeks. Expect me to remember things?
It has been 2 weeks.
Well, maybe a little bit.
I don't even remember what I did this morning.
Yeah, it's a week and a half.
What did I have for breakfast? I don't know.
Do I need to
Oh.
refresh? I guess I need to refresh because it's not popping up for me. Yeah, there it is.
What do you need to
Finally popped
refresh?
up. My Twitch.
Yo, Twitch.
There, I'm hosting you on Trovo.
Twitch. Do it.
Now to
Yeah.
the Twitch.
Weech.
Just
God,
do it.
Go.
There you are.
Yes. Oh, we had some stuff happen last week. Last session was fun.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't last week.
No. And we'll have to talk about what we want to do in the coming weeks because we've got some holiday goodness with that Thanksgiving, and then we've got the Christmas and New Year holiday coming up, which doesn't really impact us as much given the fact that they're on Saturdays.
Thursday, Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the Christmas and New Year's are both on Saturdays.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So we potentially are okay depending on if anybody's away or all that kind of stuff. But we will play it by ear.
I'm hopefully good. I don't know. That's around when I move.
Oh no. Oh
I should be
no.
good.
And again, I still got to find a place to move to. So yeah,
Oof.
That's exciting.
yeah, that's what I'm doing Saturday. Sadly,
Oh no.
Hi, Andrew.
Hello.
Hello, Andrew.
I vote any day that we can't all get together. We should see if the other group and us or whatever, which one of us is around. We should totally do Among Us again. We haven't done it in a long time, and we should use proximity chat with the ability for ghosts to talk to the killers.
Oh, see, I don't have prox chat and I won't use it.
Why not?
Because there's always issues with it.
What up, Sakura?
Sakura.
I don't think I have that installed anymore.
It's a very small file, thankfully.
I know. I'm just saying. I don't think that I have it. You know, we could always play the very best game for all friends to play. Uno.
We could.
I would totally do that.
And then let's see how fast we don't have games anymore.
And see how
Wait.
fast we don't have games anymore. Exactly.
You skipped me? How dare you skip me?
You gave me how many cards? Hold on. Can I roll like a D20 to like dodge that deck? Can I do that? Is it something we can do? Unfortunately, no.
I would never play Monopoly.
That's a
Girls.
great idea. Like a
Hey, Oracle.
makeshift
Oh, Risk.
Uno.
Yes.
No,
Oh
we
my
should definitely play
goodness.
Mount Your Friends.
No.
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 Risk. That's awesome.
Andy.
Hi, Andy.
What's up, buddy?
It's an Andy Uno.
It is
Or
an Andy
Axis
Uno.
and Allies is one of my other.
Oh my
favorite
goodness,
board games.
Axis and Allies.
We could play Catan.
I love that game.
Let's play the game of life.
No.
I fail at that one too.
Me too.
Ticket to Ride. Ooh, Ticket to Ride's a good
There's
one.
nothing more depressing than failing more at the game of life than I do at actual life.
Dang.
Well, I'm glad you did, Andy. It's nice to see you, man.
Yeah,
I
it's a
hope you're
long time
doing
no
well.
see.
I have missed you, sir.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Well, Mimi, while we are getting ready here, would you like to regale us with the events of last time?
I certainly can. Krathok, we went to the land of crapfuck, basically. And he met Arn, who is his uncle, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Good old Uncle Arn.
Yep. And by way of doing an arm wrestling, came back into his good graces. And then, and also like Poppy got a little naked during that time as well.
Only one booba.
Only one boob fell out.
Only one boob. Yeah, well, you know, it kind of like threw people off.
It almost did, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So then let's see here. We met, it would be Crapfuck's grandmother.
Yeah, my grandma.
Kanika,
Mm-hmm.
I believe her name was.
Mm-hmm.
We found out Kanika, you know, she's older, she's blind. It was nice that Drathar and Corin were able to mix up a potion to help her see again. Whatever, pirate. And while they were doing that, Poppy spent her time with Kanika, just chit-chatting and enjoying that. She took the potion, it worked. Poppy was very happy. Kanika said, don't tell Arn, she wants it to be a huge surprise. And the next day, it was a huge surprise because she was beating Arn with a table.
Mm-hmm.
And basically calling him a stubborn old cuss. And saying that she was going to challenge him to leading the clan. And that's where we left it.
It's wonderful. Yeah, so there's a couple of details that I will inject in there. Is that there was part of the reason that we kind of had some issues is because Krathok apparently had some repressed memories that were triggered by seeing the guards at the tower, and did not realize that he was Arn's nephew, and did not realize his lineage, and also was remembered the conflict of why the two Goliath clans are fighting in the first place, which is essentially over a injury that occurred to one of the rival clan's children at the time after playing a game of goat ball, and the tribe took retribution on the griffin that committed the injury, and that happened to be Arn's griffin, and so he is not forgiving of the slaying of his griffin, and is super pissed. But it's been a long time ago, and so yes, Kanika started to beat some sense into him literally, and gave him the ultimatum that if he did not try and work things out with the Wormdoom Crag, that she would challenge him for the leadership of the Sky Tower Goliaths. And yes, that is where we left off. So, it is morning. It's still mostly dark outside. There's a lot of kind of fires and braziers lit around the Sky Tower shelter to kind of bring some illumination. You guys are high up on a mountainside, so as you look out of this kind of network of caves that make up the Sky Tower shelter in the side of this mountain face, you're able to see just snow and kind of the morning light almost above the clouds. It's this really picturesque scene, you finally feel some respite from the wind that has constantly been blowing and berating you up until this point, and were able to get a good night's sleep. Also, on top of that, you have some amazing potions that were concocted as a result of some amazing rolls by Drathar. And yeah, it was a pretty neat thing to behold. But yes, you all awake to the sound of Kanika breaking a table over Arn's head. People begin to kind of peek in as they hear this going down. Everyone's kind of looking. What's going on? And and Arn's other brother, Herod, comes out as he hears the commotion and sees Kanika, who not only was cured of her blindness, but also somewhat restored in her body. She was a warrior, a very strong woman. Her muscles filled out, her body seemed to rejuvenate. And Arn and Herod both kind of turn around as they see this happening and stop dumbfounded, looking at her. Mother? Mom? What? How? These lovely people restored my eyes so I can see what utter fools both of you are. But how? And they just kind of all look in your direction. Krathok and his friends were able to come up with some sort of concoction that restored not only my sight, but my strength. So once again, Arn, either you work towards a resolution with the Worm Doom, or I will challenge you to take over, and you know you can't beat me. He kind of looks down at his feet a little bit and then looks back up at you, and you can see this kind of hint of both kind of a softness, but also a welling anger starting to build up, and he is looking right at you, Krathok.
It's the right thing to do, Uncle. The right thing to do. And I will be happy enough to go over there and talk with them. And if I have to, beat some sense into some of them.
I don't think you're going to have to work very hard to beat sense into anyone. I think most of the hesitation of resolutions stems from Arn here. They slew my griffin. My friend, I raised it from a hatchling. It did nothing wrong. And they came back after the game and slew it. Scars heal. But you can't bring griffins back from the dead. There is nothing that they can do to make amends for what they've done. The game was in good faith. The child didn't know the ways of the griffin, that's fair. But even that is no excuse. Someone should have challenged me. Challenged us. To a real battle. A one-on-one duel. Another arm wrestle. Feats of strength. Feats of skill. Anything. But they come in thieves. Like thieves in the night and slay my beast. Mother, I believe you when you say you will challenge me. And he just stands up really, really big. But you and I both know you would lose. And you begin to see kind of Herod, his brother, who's not as big as he is. Krathok, you know Herod as being a somewhat of more of the we'll call it diplomatic of the brothers. He tends to be a bit more rational and calculating Very imposing in his own right, but certainly nothing like the specimen that Arn is. He's quite a bit younger, still a bit older than you, but there was definitely some years between him and Arn, and he tends to be able to collect himself better, and you see him kind of step behind Kanika. Arn, you may be able to best our mother, but you know that you can't truly win that fight. And you also begin to see a number of other Goliaths kind of coming out of their respective caves that they reside in and start peeking in and just staring at Arn. No one is saying anything, but you can see it in their faces that they are hearing everything and kind of giving Arn a look. Like he better really think about this.
I go stand next to my grandmother.
Oh, you think you can just come in here and wipe away years of hatred, years of mourning, pain. All with
Wipe away, no,
potion.
but help ease.
There must be some way to make amends.
Make amends. How do you repay a blood debt if not with blood? I ask any of you. What if it was your mount? What if it was your bird that they slew? Would you want me to be so soft then? Forgiving? That's not our way.
Poppy steps up. How do you know it was on purpose? You've already said the child doesn't know the ways.
He's just going to kind of look over at you.
Poppy just rises up. I mean, she's not very big compared to him, but just stands her ground against him.
That's what you get from an outsider.
So you've never made any mistakes in your life? You've never done anything that was by accident? How do you, I ask you again, I ask you again. No, I ask you again. How do you know they did this on purpose? Is that just your mind? Or did somebody tell you? Think about it. Don't answer. Think about it. Don't be so quick.
You see him walk over to one of the to the ledge where he kind of goes underneath the awning of the cave. And you see him look up and gestures down with his hand. And within seconds, where he just stands and stares at you, he is now glaring at you like he wants to kill you, by the way.
Poppy still stands her ground.
You see this giant griffin slam down to the ground. The griffin's enormous. It is, taller than he is, kind of standing, sitting. It's got massive talons, a huge beak. Its wings span for just beyond your imagination. This is not a dragon, but my God, it's a huge beast. Tell me, tiny one, what do you think could kill one of these magnificent beasts? Do you think you could kill one of these beasts? Do you think that 10 Goliaths could kill one of these beasts? What do you think it would take? You don't know of what you speak. I didn't accuse a child of killing a griffin. I accused a party of the Wormdune coming in the night and slaying my beast while it slept. No chance for it to fight, no chance for it to flee, no chance for me to stand up for my bird, and you shut your mouth in my home.
Stop. Poppy steps forward. I ask you again, how do you know that is what they did?
Kravok, silence this woman before I slay her where she stands.
Poppy, they did do it. It's not about that.
Well, it just seems he's got a one-track mind. Poppy steps back, looks up at Kanika.
And she looks at you and she says, this is not a place for you. You don't know our ways, and you don't know the importance of these birds. It's not your place to interject here. His anger is justified. This was not a mistake. Many years. Probably 20 years.
No.
The matter here, she's just kind of looking at you, Poppy. The matter here is not whether his anger is justified. It is. It absolutely is. The question is whether time is capable of healing things. Can you please shut the door? She's already gotten food. The question here is what's more important at this time? To hang on to old feuds or to look to new ones? Arn, we might be acclimatized to the cold, our skin naturally mimicking that of stone. But even we will eventually succumb to the Frostmaiden. If we stand any chance of ending this eternal winter, of standing against Auriel, we will need the help of the Wormdune. We will need their numbers. And if we cannot stop her, we'll need them to help keep us alive and to survive and to thrive. Our numbers aren't exactly staggeringly large. It made sense when we were together. Many bonds formed in wedlock. Many little ones born between us. It is a matter of breeding, Arn. Only so many times can we go around before we start to pay the price. You know what I'm talking about. That won't happen for many years, and you know it. I will somewhat agree that we have a mutual interest in dispatching of the Frostmaiden, or at least of ending her curse. How helpful we can be in that, I do not know. She is a god.
Jeez.
I need time to think. And you see him just kind of stand there, and then he hops on top of the griffin, And without a word, they take off into the air. And he's gone. Always in his head, that one. He'll be back at some point today, hopefully with a clearer head of things.
I'm hoping he comes to his senses.
That's wishful thinking, Krathok, you know that.
Hopefully he agrees without it turning into a fight. Does he care more about his grudge that's old, or does he care more about his own people?
You have to understand that to the Sky Tower Goliath, our griffins are the same to us as family. They're more precious, even. See, griffins don't reproduce very quickly. Hatchlings are bound to their keepers. Not every Goliath gets one, much less two, in their lifetime. They're sacred to us, even. The Wormdoom knew that. Still, they slew it anyway. The child would heal. But their transgression is one that has obviously left a lasting mark. When we have disputes in our kind, they are usually settled in a number of different ways. But in something like this, the problem is we don't have anyone that's willing to admit fault. In Arn's mind, and truly, he has been wronged. He's been hurt very deeply and deliberately because of an accident. The child did not know how to behave around griffins and went to fetch a ball near it. Startled the beast, and it lashed out. Not like it was intending to kill the child, more of a warning to stay away. But when you have massive daggers as claws, well, you can't help but inflict some damage. I feel for the Wormdoom, I do. The child was cut badly. But the child was in no danger of dying.
They could have handled it better. Yes. I agree with them. Somebody should have paid for the damage they did, but there are worse things to deal with right now.
Sure. But I wonder if there is any desire on the part of the Wormdoom to end this feud as well.
The only thing we can do is ask, right?
Sure.
What I was intending to do the first time, and then, things happen.
We can talk with them and bring them around.
Well, perhaps you should go and make an attempt. At this point, I don't think you're going to get more out of Arn than what you have. We've got him thinking, which is more than anyone's been able to do regarding this in many years. But provoking him further is not going to get us anywhere. I would go talk with the Wormdoom. Go talk with Olgalai. Maybe you can talk some sense into her and see if she's willing to make some type of an offering for the loss of his companion.
We can talk to them, but if we bring them around, hopefully he doesn't try to attack at that point, just to get his revenge.
It's not revenge that he wants. It's atonement.
atonement, revenge, retribution, they all stem from the same thing.
Not with us, it doesn't.
He wants to make someone else pay.
He's looking for someone to extend a hand to make it right. I guarantee you the Worm Doom know exactly what they've done, and they knew it was wrong to do it. But until they're willing to admit that, there is no hope for reconciliation.
Rathok, I don't think there's any more point to stay here.
No, I agree.
We have an idea of what we need to do. So how about we head out and talk to them and hopefully bring them around.
But we will need the aid of griffins in the future, correct?
After we get done with all this, yes, we are in the complete opposite way of where we needed to actually go. So preferably, yes.
Okay.
We came to the southeast. We needed to go to the northwest.
The northwest, yeah. Well, we can, let's go take care of the clan, the blood feud.
The blood feud.
See if we can fix that first.
If not, maybe we can just have you challenge for chieftain. Hey, what's the worst that could happen?
I feel like I'm being set up to die.
Do you have a backup character? You will need some fantastic rolls, sir. All right, so are you going to attempt to leave?
Yeah, let's attempt to leave.
Well, no, before we go, Poppy's going to ask her, with your knowledge of everything that's going on, what would be the best way for us to approach their leader?
Oh.
I'm appealing to your wisdom and knowledge.
You'll want to seek out Demoloch. Demoloch was the leader of the Worm Doom years ago when the incident happened. At this point, Demoloch must be very old, if not past already, but it's a starting point. I don't know who would be leading the clan now. As you can imagine, communication is not exactly open between our two clans.
If Demoloch is alive, and let's say as feisty as he was then, what's the best way to approach him?
Openly. Just approach naturally, not posing a threat, and describe that you want to discuss a matter of importance with the chieftain. That should at least get you some attention. Krathok most likely won't be recognized, but even with that, they'll assume that he's from the Sky Tower. There aren't any other Goliaths in the Icewind Dale.
I was about to say, is there any other Goliaths out here?
Ultimately, it'll be up whoever is ruling now to determine how they're going to welcome you at that point. Typically, we are weary of outsiders, but if you are able to appeal to the chieftain's curiosity, then you might have a shot of getting an audience and being able to discuss the matter further.
Would any offerings be appropriate?
Offerings never hurt. Everyone likes presents.
What would you recommend?
Maybe a goat.
Let's go slay a large beast and bring it as an offering.
He would have to be
Or
very
we just
large
offer him
indeed
Krothic.
to impress.
Whoa.
It would have to
I'm
be
sure
very
you can
large
make them
indeed to
very happy.
impress.
I mean, I'm not denying that, but whoa.
Impressing Goliath is not something easy, as we are a hardy and well-skilled people. Warriors, every one of us. The Worm Doom just as much as we. If you were to slay anything in this valley, it would have to be so large and so magnificent that it would garner the respect of the clan.
How
Like
about
a
a vampire
vampire penguin?
Those pesky beasts are no larger than a fish, easily crushed in the bare hands of a Goliath.
Poppy, you heard that right? Yeah, proof now. They've seen them.
They're here. They're here.
Frozen beneath.
Well, maybe we'll run into trolls again.
I don't think they're good enough.
No, it'll have to be bigger than that.
Trolls, the Yeti, those are mere trifles to most Goliaths. Again, I would not go the route of trying to impress them with a large kill. I would merely impress them with promise of a meal and a conversation. Again, it's up to you to pique the curiosity. Especially you, Krathok. If you are able to get an audience, you might just be able to appeal to the better nature.
I think I heard that wrong.
Oh no, you heard me right.
Offer a meal?
Meal.
Meal.
Okay, meal. That sounds better. Because there's only 3 of us here, and
Well, Corin is a very good cook, as we know.
Sweats nervously.
Food is a positive way to make it to the heart of any Goliath. So perhaps a feast would be appropriate. That said, Krathok, maybe you can ignite some old flames while you're there as well.
Wait.
You know what I'm talking about.
We're talking about the chiefess, aren't we? That's who we're talking about. Chiefess.
What do you mean a chiefess? She told you to go talk to Demalock, who was the chief
Demalock.
before. She doesn't know who the chief is.
Oh, okay. I thought that we knew who the chief was.
Ogala?
I think
Ogolai.
Ogalai?
that was told to us. Wait, wasn't that your flashback?
Yeah, I think it was my flashback that
Krathok?
told us that. Yeah.
Okay. Only you would know, right? I think, unless you told us.
No, it's probably a very young female Goliath, wore braces, and now she's turned into a beautiful Goliath that
He was wearing braces, had pigtails, you know.
She's had a nice glow up.
We'll have to
Glow
see.
up.
We'll have to see if Ogalai has a glow up. But that's who Kaneki is referring to as Ogalai.
Yeah, that's what I was. Sorry, that was an out of character question. I'm just making sure.
But you know,
So we got to go talk to Demalock, right?
you have to go
Sorry.
talk to Demalock.
Do.
But you had your old flame was Ogalai.
No.
at least you were childhood friends. I don't necessarily know that it was a flame there, but I think that there was probably an
You can roll for it.
expectation. I want to say that there
Well,
was
you know, he's
an
got that one
expectation.
speaker. He's got that one speaker, lady.
That doesn't mean anything. He's been gone from here. He might have figured that he'd never be with Ogilai again. So now he's settling
Well,
for
he
the speaker.
didn't even remember her either. So
Right.
Well, I hope she remembers me. Wait a
Then
minute.
again, technically, none of us remembered ourselves.
yeah.
True.
So forgetting someone important isn't a big deal when we can't even remember ourselves.
We'll have to see how that goes.
For all we know, we were all actually married to someone.
You could keep giving me ideas, or you cannot.
Why do you keep giving him ideas? Stop it.
Like
Because it's
I like
funny.
it when we give them ideas. It just means that the story has more possibilities and can go on.
Just-
Endless possible.
Yeah, but only when it comes to my disfavor.
That's the best part.
I mean,
Being attacked by my party all the time. Let's go talk to Demolock.
objection, Your Honor. On what grounds? It's devastating to my case. Overruled. Good call.
Yeah, Drathar's really got a wife with 4 kids. Left for a fucking gallon of yak's milk and never returned.
Andrew.
Thank you for that, Andrew.
Excuse me while I break that fourth wall. Andrew. Yes.
Meanwhile, he's banging the bartender at freaking wretched trout.
Hey, I have a really good excuse.
The rancid trout.
Sweetheart, it's
Wretched
not
trout.
cheating. It's not cheating. I didn't remember you.
I didn't remember you. I didn't remember me. And
We're on a break.
We were
I didn't
on
remember the way home.
Oh, goodness gracious. How terrible would that be if Drathar goes back to Bryn Shanders walking down the street and his wife hugs him and it's not Darla?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Especially
boy.
since Darla's from the rival faction of his. Oh, Drathar might end up dead in a ditch somewhere.
They'll
that's
both
probably
be
gonna happen
doing this
someday.
to each other.
That'll happen someday, anyways. Probably. We'll see.
Oh, boy. It's going to be a spicy one. Anyway.
That would be a spicy one.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah, let's go talk to Demolock.
Go talk to Demolock. He was the prior chieftain at the time. Krathok, you did have your vision, and you remember the girl. You remember the girl is Ogilai, who was your friend and potential flame. We'll leave how hot that flame was up to you. But there was something there. So yes, now you guys need to travel.
I assume you know the way, Krathok?
Yeah. I know the way, right? Should know the way. Yeah, I know the way.
I should know the way. I don't know. Do I?
Do I know the
Follow Rafiki. He knows the way.
As the boys are getting ready to go, Poppy wants to talk to Kanika real quick.
All right.
I wasn't trying to challenge him, Arn, out of disrespect. But when you can't see your nose despite the face, I mean, obviously, you even have said that we need all the help we can get.
Well, that's because I'm also we'll call it a more experienced soul.
Sorry about that. I had to fix my internet.
You're fine?
More experienced soul. Wait, what are we talking about? What are we talking
I'm not.
what
We're
did I-
not talking to you.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Why are we not talking to me?
Because you guys are off getting ready, and I'm talking to Kanika myself.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay.
They're having girl talk.
Yes.
Yes.
Always girl talk.
Again, Arn is justified, and he's not a fool. He's just hurt. At the heart of all of this is not a meaningless feud. It's a very real, painful experience that needs to be healed, and there has to be a desire from both parties to want to make that healed. I think that there's a part of Arn that misses the camaraderie of the Worm Doom. But there's also the other very compelled part of Arn that continues to mourn the loss of his life companion. It's a very raw thing. Imagine having your most important person in the world ripped away from you in an instant, and there was nothing you could do to stop it. What would you do?
I'm trying to figure that out myself right now. I don't remember anything about my family at this point. I see images that aren't clear.
Well, I wish you all the clarity that you can possibly glean, Poppy, but in this specific case, we need to help Arn heal and hope that that's enough.
I know that you want the Worm Doom people to make the first move. I know Arn was wronged, but sometimes the wronged party has to make that move too. Sometimes they have to make that first move.
She just kind
Maybe
of smiles.
Krathok can be that extension.
Perhaps. Perhaps he can help to facilitate a meeting. That would be a very good step indeed. But we'll have to see. It's a tenuous proposition at best. The thing about Arn is he doesn't want open war. We can be at least thankful for that. If he wanted that, he could have done that many moons ago.
True.
I think he understands. I think he also understands the imposing threat of the ever colder climate that we're facing. It's not something that we talk about often, as many of the Goliath, well, they even worship Auril. I mean, it makes perfect sense, right? We're Goliaths, we enjoy the cold, we're born and bred in its icy embrace. A goddess that wants to keep the world that way is revered by some. But we're also aware that that has limits. And some of us, as she kind of straightens herself up, have been around long enough to know that too much of a good thing never works out well. So hopefully you can take that, and hopefully you can aid Krathok in talking, hopefully, some sense into the Worm Doom. And with a little luck, we can settle this dispute once and for all.
I hope you're right.
I hope so too, because I will lose in an arm wrestle to Arn, and he will beat me in combat.
No, but you're still his mother.
That doesn't matter.
That means less than you think.
Not
it
talking
does.
to you, Krathok. You're still his mother, and you beating that table over his head says a lot.
No, I just got his attention. We break a lot of furniture here. What that would do is it would divide the clan even further, and instead of having the Sky Tower and the Worm Doom, we would have another schism. And that would only serve to work against us. I got his attention in hopes that you'd be able to break through, and now I leave it to you to complete the process. It's a start, and it's more than we had yesterday. So let's be thankful for that.
Poppy just walks up to her again and just kind of gives her a hug.
You feel this big hand on your back just kind of rest gently. Oh, sweet Poppy. You have the best intentions. Let's hope that you can make good on them.
I guess if Krathok's going to keep poking his nose into our conversation, I suppose we should wrap this up and get going. You hear that, crap fuck?
Like, I'm just trying to get ready to go.
Poppy just rolls her eyes up at Kanika.
I'm kind of in a hurry too. I want to see this old flame.
Oh, she's quite striking, that's for sure.
Oh, I bet. Striking with a freaking mallet. She'll hit.
She's got very
She'll hit us.
large tracts of land.
Or, tables.
I hope that all that tracts of land is out back. You know what I mean?
No, they have enough tables that they just throw around.
So anyone else need to do anything before you leave?
I can't think of anything.
As an elf, I'll never understand these Goliaths and their wonton BDSM.
Decreased pain receptors due to frigid temperatures.
We just have to feel something, okay?
50 Shades of Snow.
It's a horrible image now.
Why do we do this to ourselves? Why?
Back me
Why
harder.
is my brain? I know. I was like, paddle me, daddy. What the? No, stop it. Stop, brain. Stop. Don't come back.
harder. Yes. Yes.
Ooh, snowballs.
Hey, put down that paddle. Go get the club.
I've always wanted to have sex on the back of a griffin.
Oh my god.
Anyways, let's move on.
Thank you.
Walking.
We're walking. We're walking.
We're walking. We're walking.
Oh, please tell me that was
Wow,
a
how
reference to
time
Dave
flies by.
Hot Dog, because that would make me so happy. All right.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, right. All right. So you guys pack up your stuff, and you need to make your way northeast of the Worm Doom and navigate through the mountains. So we are going to need a. Everyone, give me a D20 roll. Just straight up D20 roll.
D's 20.
E20. Where am I? How do I do this?
Just go to the.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found it.
You can just do it. You can either do a custom roll in Beyond, or you can roll just straight up in Foundry.
8.
7.
Why I want it?
14.
That's
Yeah.
almost
Okay.
double.
Well, it's double 7.
It is, but not plus 7 plus 8.
You know, if you take
Ooh.
off those sunglasses.
No, I was trying to do it on. Why didn't
easier.
it roll here?
It's easier just to do it in Foundry.
Facts.
Yeah, it wasn't working on Foundry. That's what I'm saying. Like I
Oh.
was trying to do it on Foundry, and that's why it wasn't working.
Really?
I rolled a 17.
Roll 17.
I don't know why this is not connected anymore.
So by the
Oh,
time...
it's probably because I know what it was. Because I got DC'd.
Ah,
Yeah.
that's right. Fair enough. So you all are able to make a fairly good time through the mountains. You're kind of having to descend one mountain, make your way through a couple caverns, and then go back up another mountain to get to the Worm Doom crag.
DM.
Yes.
The cold stuff is one of my favored
Terrains.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes a difference.
I took that into consideration with your rolls in
Okay.
terms of how well you're navigating the terrain.
Okay. Nope, just wanted to make sure.
But yeah, no, you're good. So you kind of make your way through. Krathok, you are kind of working from memory. You take a wrong turn here or there, but eventually you kind of make your way to the base of this mountain, and kind of looking up, you can see the kind of sunken in recess of where the Worm Doom crag would be. And you all begin your ascent, leading into the kind of dark side of the day. Fortunate for you, by leaving early from Sky Tower, you're able to kind of utilize all of the day's light and make good time.
Ooh, yay.
Nice.
So making your way up.
At least we're not making our way down.
Fair. Making your way up, it kind of starts off kind of like a normal mountain where there's not, there's plenty of kind of footholds and paths you're able to kind of seek through what looks like, a game trail, a very small kind of carved out place in the rock leading up the mountain until you get to kind of this kind of more aggressive slope. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Perception.
Is it only for Krathok or is everyone?
It is for everybody.
Okay.
I roll a 15.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
A 10.
I'm only seeing 3 dice. Why am I only seeing 3? There's the fourth one.
Dirty 20.
So,
Nice.
Krathok, as you kind of make your way over to the place where the path ends, you're kind of looking up and around. And your mind is kind of blanking on something. You feel like you are forgetting something important about how to navigate up this snowy slope. Because it's fairly steep looking up, but you know that that's the right way to go, is up. You just can't make sense of it. Poppy and Drathar, as you kind of make your way up from behind, you kind of catch eye of something in the snow next to you. And kind of both of you are able to kind of reach down, and you kind of start going for it at the same time, and you guys kind of bump hands as you go down.
Ladies first.
Did you say old ladies first?
No, I said ladies first. And I meant
Oh.
Poppy, not you, Krathok.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Poppy reaches for it.
So, Poppy, as you reach down, you kind of work your way through the snow a little bit, and you see this kind of glint of metal. And as you reach down, you're able to wrap your hand around something. And as you pull up out of the snow, you have your hand on a chain.
Poppy just kind of holds it up as far as it'll go. What's this for?
Gonna look at Krathok.
Give us a wisdom check, Krathok.
Wisdom. Wisdom. Where's my wisdom?
While he's doing that, Poppy, you hold up the chain.
Ooh, daddy, nat 20.
You hold up the chain, Poppy, and you see that the chain kind of continues on. It's not just loose. It feels like it's somewhat kind of connected to something. And Krathok, the sight of her holding this chain triggers the memory in your mind. And you basically see you see kind of flash before you that pulling the chain basically creates a makeshift stepladder that will take you up to the Wormdoom Crag.
Pull the lever, Crunk! Or I mean the chain.
So you walk over and you grab the chain, and with both hands, you just start pulling on this chain. And as you do, you see the evidence of these stone steps kind of falling into place from the top of this slope down, and snow displaces itself. And very shortly, you are left with this, looks like a stone step ladder leading up the side of the slope.
Oh, there we go. This is the way up. I am going to start making my way up.
I'm going to go behind him, but I'm going to kind of stop at the bottom and wait till Corin and Poppy get closer. You guys think that perhaps Krathok got hit in the head a few too many times by Arn yesterday? He seems to be thinking that your name's someone named Crunk.
I don't discount anything, or I should say I discount a lot of what he says, really. But, it's crap fuck.
I guess we should probably keep a close eye on him. Concussions can be bad, and I mean, he didn't have much up there anyway, so we don't want to lose any more.
Yeah, we try brewing a potion again.
God.
We could.
Mm-hmm.
We'll think about that later, but let's head up there before he starts some sort of trouble.
Good idea.
I'll make my way up.
Pull the lever. Wrong lever.
Wrong lever.
Yes. So you're all able to make your way up. I'm going to continue to use the roll that you had last time. You're able to find some shore footing in these stone steps. It is almost like a stone staircase, just kind of materializes out of the side of the mountain, hidden in the snow. And so you're easily and safely able to make your way kind of up. As you reach the top of the slope, you can see further ascending up is this kind of recessed, horseshoe kind of extending into the side of the mountain. And in the middle of this ascension is the massive skeleton of a dead dragon.
Ooh.
Krathok, you remember this as the conquest of one of the former chieftains who slayed a white dragon to take over this cave system.
The dragon.
And they leave it there as a reminder of their prowess.
I mean, don't touch the dragon.
We've killed a dragon.
We did kill a dragon. Ours was made of Shardlin.
Which could mean it's stronger.
Could be.
And it was possessed by a very powerful demon.
That it was.
Anyways, let's continue on. That's pointless at this point.
So, past these remains, you can see torchlight kind of flickering, revealing a pair of tunnels that kind of go into the mountain. Krathok, you kind of look off to the side. As to the east, you can see some more steps kind of leading up to an open air space that seems like an arena.
An open air space.
You remember it to be a goat ball arena.
Oh, goat ball. Yeah, I remember that. Play some goat ball back in the day.
Do you want to give me a history check to see if you know the history of the dragon?
Yes, I do want to know the history of the dragon. What? Where's my history, though? H comes before I, Pi. I rolled 9, so I don't know shit.
Is it just a straight roll 9?
Yeah. Straight 9.
Yeah, you just know that it was killed by Goliath. You really don't know much more about it. But as you guys approach the bones, making your way towards the cave entrance, you see these 4 little creatures pop out of the snow-covered
again.
dragon bones. Pop, 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 pop. And you see these 4 little critters that kind of slowly make their way around you.
Do we know what they are? I'm sorry, did you say what they are?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, thank you.
They're these very small, kind of humanoid little creatures. They have hair. They look like they have some type of ornate little masks, but they're only like about 1.5 feet, or between 6 inches and a foot tall. They have really spindly limbs and kind of, again, wild hair.
I thought your children have come to greet us.
My children would be a lot larger than that.
Does someone want to give me some type of a nature check?
A nature check.
Yeah,
I'm terrible at it.
totally.
Nature? I'll try.
That was a dirty 20.
Yeah. I got a 9.
Apparently my old age works for me.
My rolls are getting better. That's 2 digits. 11.
Eventually you'll hit 20.
Eventually, get there.
Pi, did
Hopefully
you
when
roll?
it counts.
Pi, did you roll?
I rolled
didn't-
11.
Nature. I rolled... Oh, that's an intelligence. 14, which
Okay.
isn't much better than Corin's.
No, it's not. So anyone that rolled above a 10 knows that this is probably a chewinga. Drathar, you know for sure it's a chewinga.
A what?
Chewinga.
What'd you call me?
Yeah. So Drathar, chewingas are tiny little elemental spirits that live in plants, rocks, and rivers. They're typically far away from civilization. You've encountered probably a plethora of these things in your kind of roamings for your different types of work. Right?
You guys remember when we were with the mammoths? There was that frozen chewinga.
Okay.
Frozen.
Those the statues. The little short statues that got destroyed.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Corin doesn't remember. He wasn't there.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
yes, I have
Corin.
that too.
Obviously, you don't remember, not because of the Frostmaiden. Long story. Not important right now. These are chewingas. They're little elemental spirits. They're all over the place up here. You can find them at times. They probably like the dragon bones. I don't know. Maybe it has power. Maybe they claimed it as their home.
Yeah, you know that chewingas typically like to find interesting objects and will manifest themselves around rocks and other types, rocks and streams and plants, and they'll kind of make residence around it. The fact that there's 4 there makes sense with the size of the dragon body. But you also know that chewingas are particularly friendly little creatures, and they are fascinated by, other creatures, especially kind of the adventuring type that have tools and weapons and armor, as it's things that they don't see typically in nature, and they're fascinated by these items. So these little creatures begin to kind of huddle around you and kind of just follow you as you go.
I start doing like a little whistle towards them, like sort of blowing in the wind, and basically going to speak in. Hang on, trying to find my languages. I should be able to speak primordial or one of those. Where is it? Where do you find the? Oh, it's over here on the side. Yeah, primordial. And if they can listen to it, what they're doing here.
Yeah, they don't speak. So they really don't have an ability to speak or anything. They just kind of look at you quizzically, and one just kind of crawls over to you and kind of begins to crawl up your leg and like around your body and kind of just investigating different things on your body as it does.
Oh my. I pull out a ration and start handing some food out.
Luckily, they're not a threat, so maybe they're just curious about you, Corin.
Yeah, Drathor, you would know that they don't need air, food, or drink. They're elementals, essentially, right? So
They still might be interested in the ration for some odd reason.
Right, so it kind of takes the ration and kind of looks at it and smacks it against your chest a little bit, Corin, to see what it does, and then just kind of throws it over its shoulder and keeps like trying to find a bag or something to be able to rummage through.
Ooh, hold on. What do I have in my inventory?
Yeah, I'm looking at the things I have. I don't have a lot. Probably pull out some coins.
What? Other possession.
Let's see.
Gonna write off a ration for giggles. There we go. I'll pull out a copper. Just need to split my currency up.
You can see the little kind of chewing out, just look at it, and it kind of head continues to kind of cock back and forth and kind of begins turning the coin, and you see it jump down and run away.
Oh, there you go, like shiny.
It does likey da shiny.
It does likey da shiny.
Pardon me. So as these little creatures are kind of going around, you see someone kind of emerge from the top of the kind of tunnel and looks down at you. And as they do, 4 more Goliaths emerge. And with a swift whistle, you see another 3 to 4 faces pop up kind of from the area of the arena. And they all just stare at you. And we're going to take a short break there.
Ooh.
Nice.
Short break.
Short break. Break time.
Get some chippies.
You're going to get some chippies? Ooh.
Yeah.
Also, hi, Glenn.
Doritos.
It was either a dragon or a duck. So if she
Quack,
weighs as much as a duck, she's
I
a
vote
witch.
duck.
Quack, 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 Mr. Ducksworth.
Quack, 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 quack. Mr. Ducksworth. Oh, man, you're going to make me want to go watch that.
My pedal. Oh.
What's breaking? It's this mythical event where we... Yes, I said hi, Glenn. It's this mythical event where we take 5, and I'm actually going to go and get myself some coffee. So I will be right back.
Yes, I am going to go and do the same. Are you not entertained?
Yes, as he was saying, it's this mystical event where you give us all $5.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
Hey, $5 is $5, right?
I mean, the things I'd do for $5 right now. Ooh.
What would you do for a $5?
You want feet pics? Come on, I got some feet.
Oh my gosh. Let's see.
Hey man, I was thinking about making an OnlyFans for my VTuber. I've already got a lot of feet pics set up. Well, sad to say, Glenn, it would be $25 total because it's 5 of us, so $5 each, $25. Okay, I understand. It is a rough economy, and I'm sad and shameless. $1 for me. I'll sell you my feet pics for $1.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Eat it myself. That's what I do, Oracle. What about that? About that? Are you not too sure about Mimi? Me selling my feet for $1, or the feet in general, or
Yeah, kind of all of it. Don't know quite how I feel about that. Not that it should matter with me, but you know,
there's something wrong with my feet?
I don't know. Is there?
No, I mean I've got 5 toes on each one.
Well, that's good.
Yeah,
It's always a start, right?
it is. They're not deformed, as far as I know.
I'm just not a foot person, I guess.
Me either, but there are those people that are. So I like to, you got to work towards the crowd.
True. Very true.
I mean, apparently we got 2 people that are after Krathok. And Mither might have a wife and children that he doesn't know about.
I guess we'll find out at some point.
Sorry, family, but you were just my undercover family. You weren't my real family. I'm with a secret agency you can't know about. I need to go back and buy milk. I'll be gone for the next 30 years again.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, Knight's nicer than I am, though. I don't think he'll do that. Nice. Circus ain't bad. Sadly, I don't know that whole song, and I don't know if I can sing the song I know.
I returned.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
I know a great song about the Red Wizard of Thay. Welcome back, Corin.
Thank you.
Sadly, Corin remembers himself, so he can't run into any weird stuff.
You say that, but who knows?
He has a whole litter of little halfling babes somewhere that he didn't know about.
It's always possible.
Or he's secretly a clone, a magical clone.
There's 1,000 Corins in some tower somewhere we find.
Wendell's been experimenting.
They're all in tubes. Which Corin today?
Ah, that Corin dropped the dishes. I'll have to get rid of that one. Corin number 73, it's your turn.
Whose turn is what?
Turn number 73. What?
Yep. It was the whole thing.
A holiday
It
hoobie
was a
what?
whole thing, yeah.
I missed it. Damn it.
They want to hear the whole song about the peg-legged wench again.
No.
Oh god.
No more peg-legged wench.
And I said I knew a song about the Red Wizard of Thay, but I don't think I can sing it.
Probably not.
Well, I don't know. I kind of liked Ronaldo's song, Night. Don't you think you should do that one again?
That was the
I,
peg-legged wench.
I've blocked it from memory.
None
That's
of us
reasonable.
have. I did post it. I still have the link.
Things, what is it? Things mentioned in RP are or I am not liable.
Non-binding?
I am not liable for the things I say while in RP.
I mean, I'm not liable normally.
Just like the stern tongue lashing that Arn gave to Poppy. I feel bad, but it's what he would have
No.
done.
It is.
I didn't
no.
feel bad at all.
I did. See, I can't. It's hard to be mean, even when I know it's fake.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Oh,
And I put the lyrics for you for my song in Discord. You can use them anytime.
oh
Hang
God. Oh God, I'm terrified.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, that's not terrible, Geigen. You made
Oh, I know
me-
it's not terrible. It's funny.
Megan, send me a link.
Ronaldo once recounts that there was a red wizard of Thay who would polish his wand every day. He'd oil up the shaft and work his wizardly craft and produce a most magical spray. Oh boy.
Yeah, but the song that Ronaldo did after he found out about,
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
yeah.
I just have blocked it from memory, literally. I don't remember what the words are. That was pure improv. I have no idea what the hell I said. I think that's one of the fun things about D&D, especially when you're a DM, is like so much stuff will happen during just a single session. And half the time I have zero recollection of most of what happened in terms of detail because my brain is going, we need to go and do this thing, and then I have to go be this person, and then we have to make this NPC, and then I have to talk about this thing. And whenever we do funny stuff, I'm relying on you all for clips and craziness because if not, it will leave my brain, especially if we end up
Okay.
having 2 weeks.
Don't worry, we got a clip of that.
So, Night,
You're welcome.
I don't have permission in the Dungeon Nytes general chat.
What?
Yeah.
I don't think any of us do anymore.
What,
I think he was
pardon?
playing with permissions this weekend.
Yeah, because I thought I pinned it somewhere.
What?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think you played with permissions this weekend, and so our permissions in some of the channels changed, like general chat and Pathfinder on your server. I don't have access to.
What? Hold on.
It's okay. For a while, I didn't have access to Monday either.
That's weird.
It happened like Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah.
Well, no,
It's
I
when
was
you
messing
were-
with permissions, but it
Mhm.
wasn't. It wasn't.
It was when you were in chat with the Saturday people, because all of a sudden I kept getting pings for the Saturday campaign, and it kept saying I don't have permissions to look at that, but it kept pinging me.
That's really weird.
Mm-hmm. So you messed up permissions somehow.
Well, so I created a permission set for a new role that I gave to everyone so that I could streamline the Monday and Saturday roles to the players that are still in the campaigns and not just everybody that was always in the campaign. So you should be able to see general now. I think I fixed that.
Yeah, but
Yep,
now I
that's good.
can't see anything that was previously in there.
Yeah, it's not pinned anymore.
What?
Well, that and all the chat's gone. Yeah.
No, I clicked message history.
Weird.
Why did it not say? I'm so irritated.
Discord plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read message history. Yes.
Hmm.
That is so weird.
Which makes me really sad.
No, we'll figure it out. I don't know why it's not allowing you to see the message history, but we'll figure that out later
Yes.
Mhm.
because we have D&D.
Yes.
Yes, let us continue getting Krauthok a new character.
Oh, God.
Oh, Glenn, that's hilarious. That's an interesting concept. All right. So, you are all surrounded.
Being stared at.
By no less than 10 Goliaths.
Oh, yay.
In the growing dark of night, only the firelight near the tunnel entrances illuminate the shadows, or cast shadows rather, on the faces. There is no moon to cast light on the silhouettes that have become those from the arena. And as the air grows tense and things seem to be at a standstill, one of them calls out to you. Hey, look! It looks like we got a group of travelers. Come on inside, it's cold as hell outside. What's wrong with you? You know better than to wait out there. Chewingers will steal you blind. Come on. Come on. And beckons you to come forward.
Cord hops along.
Poppy's just kind of like a little wary, but kind of follows a little bit.
The hospitality of the Wormdoom will not be outdone, I assure you. Come. Come, come, come.
I make my way up there. Hello, friends.
I will follow, but I'm going to keep an eye out. Ready to slip into the shadows at any time.
Krauthok, as soon as you kind of make your way up kind of up to the kind of main speaking Goliath there. He takes one look at you, kind of looks you up and down a bit. Do I know you?
I'm Krathok, the bear hauler.
Never heard of you.
Oh,
Are you lost?
I'm not lost. I came here with a purpose. I want to reunite our tribes. See, I am from the Sky Tower tribe.
Instantly, you see a change in all of the Goliaths that are standing around you.
Why do we let him talk ever?
I don't know why y'all let me talk.
They all
Poppy
surround
just
you.
is like,
They all surround you. And once again, the air gets tense.
While they're trying to surround us, is there any chance I can try to slip into the shadows and not get surrounded?
Don't misunderstand me. When I say surround him, I mean him. They don't give a crap about you.
Oh, good. Okay. I'm happy
Keep
then.
walking. Oh, well, keep walking. I'll stay there. I like gauge the situation.
5 Goliaths now surround you, Krathok. And the one talking gets closer. You said Sky Tower.
That's what I said.
Huh. This one's a Sky Tower. I've never seen a Sky Tower before. Look, it's a Sky Tower. Have anyone seen a Sky Tower before? Anyone? Anyone at all? Man, you're bloody big. As you stand about a good 4 inches taller than this guy, and you're a good bit broader, you see that the Worm Dooms are, I don't know, they're a little bit more of a streamline kind of class of Goliath. They're certainly, every bit as tall, but whereas you think of normal Goliaths like very, Conan the Barbarian, svelte, filled out, crazy, beefy looking creatures, right? These are more like the Na'vi from Avatar. They're still tall and imposing and decent muscle mass, but they look like they're a little bit longer, a little bit more lean, and kind of focused on agility, as opposed to just pure strength.
They're extremely posh and wiry.
No, posh is not how I would describe them. They are not pinkies up at the table types of Goliaths. They're certainly more friendly seeming than the Sky Tower Goliaths are. But they are in no way that I would ascribe to the word posh. I'm not going to come up. Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to Wormdoom Crag. I hope you certainly enjoy yourselves while you stay here. Come see the hot spring, and after a quick release, then we can all go and have a great dinner together. No.
I kind of want to meet those Goliaths.
Not them?
No. No, that's not
I
them.
don't know. They sound kind of nice.
Yes, and afterwards we'll sacrifice you to the great deity Ariel. Anyway, no, it's fine. Yeah. Wicker Man. Anyway, so... Oh, coffee good. No, so this Goliath... this Goliath kind of continues again to just kind of look, hey, everyone, it's a Sky Tower Goliath. We need to bring you to the chief.
Oh, which chief is that? Who is y'all's chief right now?
Oh, Chief Ogilai.
Ogilai?
Yeah, she took over not 2 years ago.
Last time I saw her, she was just but a mere lass.
Yeah, she's certainly something now. And they all kind of look and kind of chuckle and kind of like smack each other with elbows.
God. Scared for my life.
Drathar is just, I'm just going to kind of sit there, arms crossed, and just watch on with a smirk kind of spreading across my face, enjoying this.
Poppy's just kind of taking it all in. Not particularly feeling threatened at the moment.
Take me to your... Take me straight to her. Let's be off.
All right. Well, follow me then.
I'm going to follow him. What did you say your name was?
Oh, I didn't give it. Wyani's my name.
Wyani?
Yes, Wyani.
Would you like us to follow? We're kind of interested in what happens.
Oh, yeah, you're more than welcome.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Obviously, it's getting late. We'll have to figure out a place for you to stay, but that shouldn't be a problem.
Appreciate it.
That would be
Very generous of you.
fantastic.
Unlike those at the Sky Tower, we are a bit more friendly to outsiders. We tend to do a bit more trading with those in the 10 towns and, try to be a bit more amicable. We still maintain the old ways as much as we can, but due to the schism, we've had to resort to other things for progress.
Well, in times like these, I think that is bloody brilliant.
It
kind
is.
of thinking that we need right now. We need to band together if we want to try to find a way to stop this.
Stop this? What do you mean, stop this?
People dying for no reason when they don't need to.
Are you referring to the sacrifices the 10 towns are making? Well, some of the towns are making.
Yes, that's one of the problems.
You might want to keep that to yourself for a bit. There are some here that worship Oriel as a goddess and try and find her favor in their own ways. That said, Ogalai's not one of them. She's a bit of a figure of progress. But you'll see. You'll see. And he kind of leads you further into this network of caves, kind of back into a larger area that has a really long kind of feasting table. And at the end of the feasting table, you see kind of an elevated area with what looks like a throne. And you see a Goliath woman sitting on the throne.
Oh, goodness. I just thought about something. She gets a flashback. I don't want to be held responsible.
Krathok, you kind of turn the corner to this area, and as you're looking down the table and kind of making your way down, following it, Wyani, towards the throne room, and you see the woman, and I'll say based on that thought process that Krathok is probably anticipating some type of a flashback at this point, based on how frequently the visions have been coming as he's been triggered by various different things. And when you stare at this Goliath woman, you're not really getting anything.
Huh.
All of you behold a very large Goliath woman. She is probably the first Goliath that you have seen that would be considered portly.
Like round portly?
As in rotund.
Heck yeah.
Krathok,
kinda
you really know how to pick
snickers.
them.
Poppy snickers.
She has kind of darker hair that's kind of braided around one side. And looks like she probably accounts for the mass of about 3 of these Goliaths, and not proportional in the muscular way, quite the opposite. And she stands up as she sees you all approaching. Why, Yanni, who are these people?
I'm Drathar. These are my companions.
I'm
and that is
Poppy.
Krathok, which you seem to have known.
She steps down a small, like 3-step little staircase that kind of separates the kind of elevated platform from the main feasting table, which currently sits empty, and makes her way over to you, Drathar, and stands in front of you. Well, you're a handsome little man, aren't you?
I get told that a lot. Thank you. You are exactly everything Krathok said you were.
What?
Oh.
Why are you throwing me under the bus here?
Poppy's just
What
snickering.
did he say about me? And Wyani kind of is looking at you kind of confused. And she's just kind of going with it. Oh, Drathar, what did he say about me? I'd love to hear it. And she kind of looks over at you, Krathok.
Well, according to Krathok, you were, and Koniki, you apparently were an old wing, possibly, of his, almost as if you two were to end up together, which I'm sure you would make beautiful, lovely little Goliaths.
Oh, you
I'm just
think
gonna
so?
commit seppuku right now, and right here, right in the middle.
She kind of turns to you, Krathok, and it kind of gives you this really kind of, girlish, kind of young, kind of side eye with the blushing and kind of, oh, really? He told you about that?
Yes, he would not stop talking the whole way here.
Oh,
We were in a quick hurry to come speak to you.
I can imagine. And she kind of starts looking you up and down, Krathok, and takes a step towards you. Really? A big Sky Tower Goliath like you wouldn't stop talking about me? And then from behind you, you hear this voice. Oh, Tabby, knock it off. You've had your fun, now go look after the children. And Wyani starts breaking out, like just busting out laughing, doubled over. And as you turn around, you see this about 6'5" just vision of a Goliath.
See, now that's what I'm talking about.
She really embodies this kind of Na'vi look to perfection, though she has ice white hair that also similarly kind of goes down and hangs to the side, but is much longer, and her hair looks much softer. She kind of wears this kind of a fur, a full-length fur cape that extends down to the floor behind her as she walks, and she wears this, again, very intricate looking fur. I wouldn't call it armor, but it certainly is an outfit. There are boots and pants and kind of a vest with an overcoat. Boots and pants and pants and boots and boots and pants. Anyway, so, but she's basically got this whole thing. She's, got gloves, the whole 9 yards, right, of this outfit, and it's all white. Krathok, you take one look at this and assume immediately that this is like 100% pure Yeti, and is a sign both of strength and beauty. She's stunning. She has just a very kind of chiseled feature to her face that's still feminine but very strong. Like she's not a pushover figure. She looks like she would potentially kick your ass, right? Like she's very, very much opinionated. And she has, as you're kind of working your way up from a vision and kind of trying to drink her in with your eyes, you notice that she has one very long scar that extends from the center of her head down the side of her face and down her neck and disappears into her furs. Aside from that, she has the most stunning blue eyes that you can recall that you've seen.
I'm gonna get that that like you remember the old Tex Avery cartoons with the wolf? Mouth agape, tongue hanging out to the floor. No, I'm not gonna do that. So now this is when the freaking flashback happens.
No, there's no flashback. There's
Okay,
no
good.
flashback that triggers it all for you.
Oh God.
She takes a
I
look
already
at
remembered
you.
her. Right.
Right. She takes a look at you and immediately kind of braces herself against the wall, and kind of you see her face grimace really sharply as she does. Wayani rushes over to her and begins to kind of prop her up a little bit. Are you okay? Oglai, are you all right? I'm fine. I have a splitting headache. Who are these travelers? And Wayani kind of escorts her over to one of the benches at the table and sits her down, where she just kind of sits there and grabs one of the goblets off the table and begins to drink. And kind of looks up and kind of tries to get a good look at you. Yeah, Ogalai, these travelers just appeared here not too long ago. They said they wished to speak to you. One of them is a Sky Tower Goliath. And without opening her eyes, she just goes, Krathok, it's been a very, very long time, apparently.
Apparently.
Remembering that we knew each other many, many years ago.
Before the schism, yes. The schism. That's what I'm going to start calling it. It's called the schism now. You're welcome.
What is happening to me? Did one of you do this?
No. It was the Frostmaiden who did this.
Real? How?
Well, when I first left the Sky Tower tribe to come and try to reunite our clans, she cast a spell that erased us and from basically everybody's memories and erased our own memories. All of us, well, everybody but Corin here had our memories completely erased, and we were erased from everybody's memories.
That miserable
and so for
ice bitch. Oh. And so what is this kind of spell reversing? It's painful. Oh.
Believe me, I have to go through it a lot more than everybody else. Well, except for, we have to go through it a lot more than everybody else when our memories come back. So yes, I know it sucks.
It's been a long time, Krathok. It's starting to subside. Okay. What are you doing here?
We came to try to convince you to help us reunite the clans so we can fight the Frostmaiden.
Well, you always were thick. Ugh.
I mean, true. There's some other people that can agree with you there.
Oh God, Goliath flirting.
Is it thick with 2 C's?
4, actually.
4.
C's.
Ooh.
I meant thick in the head, Krathok. What makes you think? What makes you think that there's going to be a reconciliation between us and the Sky Tower? After all that happened.
So I just came back from the Sky Towers, and I think we have finally beat some sense into my uncle to overlook his anger towards your tribe.
Oh, really?
Well, we don't know yet.
Let's be honest. He's gonna think about it because we cured Kaneki's vision, and she hit him over the head with a table a few times and yelled at him, and he felt bad about it.
And because this bad boy right here, this right here.
She starts to chuckle a little bit and finally opens her eyes and looks over at you. Krathok, this feud has been going on for so long. And I've been right at the center. You say you've talked to An, but he is not one that is typically reasonable. I'd be willing to try and make amends, but do you think it even possible at this point?
It has to work.
I mean, my father is not going to take lightly to the idea of reconciling with a people whose beast maimed me so. Even though as I've grown, I realize that it was my own error that caused the mishap.
Krathok, I have a question for you. Not to butt between you two lovebirds. So your uncle's chief, your grandma is very powerful. Did that kind of make you like royalty for your clan? In a sense?
No.
Damn, there goes that plan. I was gonna say, would marrying the two tribes together, and the biggest punishment I can think for her is to marry you. Would that be a big enough punishment?
The biggest punishment.
She just kind of looks at you. I'm sorry, who are you again?
Sadly, I'm his adventuring companion. I'm a friend of his. We've been traveling sometime. I'm Drazar, by the way.
Krathok, I see that you like to surround yourself with intelligent friends.
True. I'm not too bright, so I gotta have people around me that are brighter than me.
Oh, you're succeeding.
I can swing a hammer.
But he can't build a dock.
Not for the life of him.
Look, we already went over this. I lay wood, I don't nail wood.
You all have an interesting relationship, I can see. Anyway, wow, this really sucked.
Bard we used to have.
Anyway, you propose a marriage, Drathar. Are you not familiar with how Goliath society works?
Not at all. Not being a Goliath myself, and haven't really spent much time out here in the lovely wilds. My closest Goliath friend would be Krathok, and well, he doesn't really talk about them much because he didn't remember a lot.
Right. So, I'm going to be as nice as I possibly can be. I think you should take that idea and put a pin in it. It's not how things work in our world. You can't just marry off and all of a sudden everything is fine.
Blood, sweat, and tears. Wait. Blood, sweat, and blood.
Essentially,
That's how things get handled up here.
you have to realize, did Krathok even tell you what happened?
Oh, they know the story. Grammy
Well,
was quite
Poppy's like, which story?
wait.
Well, Poppy, she's the child that got attacked.
No. I understand that. I just want to make sure that we're all on the same page, because knowing Krathok, there could be a whole
That's a
different
good-
story she's referencing.
That's a very good point.
Hmm.
No, I meant my story.
Yes, we've
If you-
heard your story.
If you have heard of the story, then you realize that the stem of this all comes down to Goat Bowl and the competition between our two clans. It was a way for us to unite and settle somewhat friendly feuds together. With what happened, we no longer have that bond, yet Goliaths still thrive in competition. The only issue now is Arn's not going to settle for competition less than blood. And that's fair by our traditions.
Would there be somebody willing to pay the blood price?
No.
Spitballing here.
Arn is probably the fiercest fighter in all of Goliath kind in Icewind Dale. No one's going to beat him. That said, I can't send one of my people willing to be sacrificed. I really don't know how to resolve it. I mean, I'd be willing to talk to him if that is something you could arrange, but let's be honest, Arn's not exactly the talkative type.
Now, is it only Sky Tower Goliaths that raise griffins, or is it also Wormcrag?
No, that is a specialty of the Sky Tower. We Wormcrag are more focused on, artisanry and trade and those different types of pursuits. The Sky Tower are driven guardians, protectors of the skies, born and bred to be absolute brutes. I mean, look at Krathok here. Not to
Poppy just nods.
Yes.
Perhaps we have a chance. I don't know. Since I've taken over as chief, it might be enough to sway him. It's been many years since we've seen each other, and the last discussions of any sort were between him and my father. And let's just say that my father's every bit as stubborn as Arn is, not willing to apologize for anything. Perhaps if he saw me now, we could move past this.
That's possible. We could try.
Anything's worth a try. But anyway, it's late. You've traveled all day. How about we have some food and get some sleep?
Let's get some sleep.
Tomorrow we can make our way to Sky Tower and see what happens.
That sounds lovely.
I'm sorry, what was that young lady's name over there?
Who, Tabby?
Tabby.
Cabby?
Tabby. T-A-B-I.
Tabby.
Tabby.
Like the cat.
Tabby. Okay.
Oh.
Short for Tabitha, but yes, Tabby.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still lurking, mind you. Kind of like eyeing all of you.
Shivers
Corin,
go down my spine.
yeah, Corin, you feel too. And actually, Corin, give me a perception check.
1 perception check. With a plus 0. Let's see what we got. 12. It went down. No, actually, it went up. Sorry.
It did
It
go
went
up.
up 1.
You're
Yeah.
still going up slightly.
Do you have a modifier for perception or no?
Nope, 0.
All right. So Corin, you kind of hear a little voice inside your head. It always feels like somebody's watching me. And you get like this weird kind of feeling. And as you look over, you kind of notice that Tabby's looking at you, but you can't quite discern whether she's looking at you like a snack or whether she's looking at you like a snack.
I mean, he's a snack, but you know,
Yeah, but like,
he'll wave.
you know,
Hello.
you look like a baby. I want to eat you. Right? Like that. That's the kind of like, you can't quite tell if it's like, you can't quite tell if she wants to, you know, devour you or, you know, be friendly.
Devour you.
Yeah.
Tell you what, crap fuck.
You look like a chicken wing, little man. No. So you kind of feel her looking at you, Corn, and so yeah, I don't know. What do? You say you scurry away?
No, he smiles and waves and then walks away.
So not long after you guys get in and kind of get settled, they make room for you off in one of the kind of smaller hideout caves. You get some bedrolls around a brazier, and you kind of hear Wayani come back and summon you for dinner, and you make your way back to the hall, and you just see this massive spread of just bread, cheese, and meat on the table.
Oh, this is lovely.
Meat.
And then one of, another kind of Goliath kind of server comes around, and he begins filling all of the goblets with what smells like some type of mead.
Ooh, mead.
It's sweet.
Mead.
Is it
As
like
long as it's
snowberry?
not yak's milk.
I'm feeling attacked by you people with your anti-Yaks milk.
I mean, I don't mind you having yak's milk. I mean, it would make my...
No.
Never mind, I'm not going to say anymore. It would just bring certain things interesting, make things interesting.
Corin doesn't know.
Krathok,
I'm drinking the mead. I'm not messing with the Yaks milk tonight. We got mead on the table.
so as dinner happens, Krathok, you're kind of positioned next to, Ogilai as she kind of sits at the head of the table and kind of stands up to make a little bit of a speech. Everyone, please raise your glasses to Krathok and his party. They've come from the Sky Tower shelter to try and broker a peace between us. Tomorrow I leave to go to the Sky Tower shelter and see if I can negotiate peace with An. Please, pray that we are successful. And she just raises her glass, or her goblet, rather. She says, to Krathok. And everyone just, to Krathok! And everyone starts chattering and kind of drinking. And as she sits down, you see her kind of make a motion to someone who kind of brings something special over. And you see this kind of a leather bag is put down in front of you, Krathok.
Uh-oh. I open the leather bag.
Oh, it's not the kind of bag that you open, Krathok.
Oh. Is
So
it the kind of drink?
it's the kind that you drink.
Okay. I'm going to take a big old swig. Where's my con save?
That's fine. Go ahead and give me a con save.
14.
Oh boy. So Krathok, as you take this kind of leather. It's almost like a water skin, right?
Mm.
But again, just like everything with Ogalai, it seems to be kind of made out of Yeti hide, right? So it's pale white and it's beautiful and it's soft and it's a supple type of leather. And as you begin drinking, she just kind of leans over. I do hope you enjoy it. It's a very special supply. I remember as a child you enjoying yak's milk.
Oh God! I don't even know what yak's milk does for me. I just know the speaker did not want me drinking it.
She insinuated kind of like that. You know, you release certain things from your body because of it.
Grathok, as you begin drinking, you are helpless against the sweet nectar that is yak's milk. And even though you know that you probably shouldn't,
I can't help myself.
you find yourself just absolutely smitten with the milk. It trickles down the sides of your face, down your beard, onto your chest, and you see this kind of look of glee come across Ogalai's face as she's just like, oh, I knew you liked it. I didn't know that you liked it this much.
Grathok, I think I finally understand.
Well, Ogalai, you have grown up a lot. Me, I've just grown. I've been grown up, just grown.
Where have you been all this time? My memory's cut short. A number of years ago.
I joined a mercenary band and traveled around doing odd jobs around 10 towns. And then ran into these guys here. Well, Drathar and Poppy and one of their other friends, a little goat lady who happened to be possessed by a giant demon.
Just kind of looks at you like, huh?
Yeah.
Don't leave out the dragon we slayed.
We slayed a Chardalin dragon, and I fought a mammoth. And
Poppy kind of says, this is one time that he's not embellishing.
and then we I killed some underworld bear looking thing. That was fun. We dispatched the Dragar.
You slayed a Chardalin dragon.
Yeah.
One of our party
That was
members
you.
wanted to hug it.
Hold on. That was you. All of you.
That
Yes.
was
You were responsible for killing Zodorok Sunblight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, minus Corin, he came later.
Yeah, Corn came
Technically,
later.
I had nothing to do with it, but yes.
But Corn's a good addition to our little group.
Zodorok
He'll be
was
great.
a tyrant and a sinister monster. Ending him
we
did
know.
much good for all in Icewind Dale. What becomes of the rest of the Duergar?
They all went home. Yeah. We made a deal with them after we killed their king, and they all left.
We'll need to send a party to go and secure the castle. Make sure that however they got in there, they don't get back out.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Don't need another one of those guys down there. They're kind of a little bit more sadistic than I am.
She kind of calls for Wyani, and he comes over, and you see her kind of whispering to him, and he gives her a nod and then heads back down the table. It'll be dealt with for sure. Does Arn know that you've done these deeds?
I don't think we told him. I know we told him about the trolls that we killed in the Chardalin dragon, right? Yeah.
We did tell him, but he was.
Well, we told him
in his-
some of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
but
think
in
we
his
told him all of it.
in his stubbornness, he wasn't.
Oh no, yeah, we definitely told him, because then he made me
Yeah.
arm wrestle him
Yeah, because we told him about Norsu.
because he didn't believe me. So he
Yeah.
made me arm wrestle him.
Mm-hmm.
Did you
Yeah.
win?
After you told him about the dragon, that's when he arm wrestled. We didn't tell him that we beat Zardarik's son, Blight.
Yeah, I did. I did win. Like I said, this bad boy helped me out, swinging them hammers. You know,
You proved it in a feat
Well-
of strength against On. Maybe
Yeah.
there is someone that can beat On.
Still kind of scares me a little bit.
I don't blame you. He's very imposing.
He's
Anyway.
a dick.
all
He's a-
all Goliaths are dicks.
He's a strong
Haven't
leader.
you learned this already?
He's a strong leader.
That's
Um,
very true.
But doing those deeds certainly gains you lots of respect among the community. Surely you know that.
Oh, I know that. That's why I put my hat in behind my grandmother when she was telling him off. So
She kind of looks to the rest of you. I'm sure you've picked up on this by now, but Goliaths value strength above almost all else. It's partly why we find our own strength here. As you can see, we are a little different in terms of the Worm Doom versus the Sky Tower. We focus more on strength through agility, and they focus more on strength through brute force. Unfortunately for
Strength
us,
comes in all different ways, though.
oh surely, but for us it really goes in our favor when it comes to things like goat ball, but not so much when it comes to things like arm wrestles or even all-out brawls. There's nothing that we could do to stand against the might of the Sky Tower should they decide to assault us, which is partly why we've left them alone all this time. What we did to the Griffin was terrible.
what if you
But-
apologize to Arn
Oh,
and explain to him?
I do intend
Sounds
to.
like, you know, I doubt that won't work.
But you know, hey, you never know.
But the other thing, too, is if they wanted to assault you over that, they would have done it by now.
I agree. And the fact that you're here even now speaks volumes. If Arn really is willing to have a meet, he might be willing to forgive, especially once he sees the mark that I've been left with my whole life. Don't get me wrong, I don't begrudge the beast, but, you know.
What is the scar?
Oh, I told you, it goes from the top center of her forehead, down her face, kind of through her cheek, and down her neckline, all the way down underneath her garments.
I mean, that makes her attractive to Krathok.
Oh, God.
And
I mean, I'm not saying
Poppy,
it detracts from her beauty. I'm
Scar-
just saying she's got a massive scar.
Scars are sexy, damn
I
it.
mean, the thing starts off as very again kind of small towards her head, and then gets fairly wide. It's like an inch wide, or more at some of its longer spots. It's a very noticeable discoloration where she was sliced open.
Gotcha.
Krathok, I need you to give me another Constitution save.
Oh God. Come on, be on my side, dice. Oh.
Ever be in your favor?
The dice gods have spoken. Your yak BS is coming to haunt you.
No.
Your yak bowel syndrome. So yes, Krathok, as you are discussing this, the yak's milk is hitting your bowels like a bullet train. And you immediately are met with gurgles
Oh God.
and a mighty need to break wind.
I must excuse myself, and I'm going to clench butt cheeks and walk away.
Give me a strength save on that clench.
19.
You are able to activate stone skin unlike you have ever done before. And keep those cheeks absolutely airtight on your way out of the room. There's only one problem. You don't know where the bathroom is.
Oh God.
Luckily, Oglai kind of gets the message, and as she's chuckling, walking you duck waddle towards the opening of this room, she calls out to you, Krathok, just turn to your right. There's a hole that's been cut with a big chasm. That's where everyone does their business. You can use that if you need to.
Okay.
So making your way to the right, you kind of make your way over to kind of follow the side of this wall, this rock wall, towards a little outcropping where you can see that what looks like a stone seat has been carved down, and you can feel a small bit of a draft coming from it with, an occasional whiff of not nice smell. Let's put it that way.
Hey, DM, can I be somewhat of a wingman for this man? I want to listen, and as soon as I hear the remote sound of what's about to happen, I want to cast with sleight of hand minor illusion and just create a loud, booming dragon roar, just to kind of hide that sound.
You really want to do that?
Yeah, just to help this man out. We'll blame it on him, or a loud scream from Krathok. Just some noise.
Drop the book then part.
Got to be a wingman for him. You don't want to embarrass him too hard.
Oh. Krathok, you're able to make it to the bathroom. Let's do one more strength save. No, we're gonna do dexterity. We're going to see how much fine motor control you have over your backside.
14.
So surprisingly, you're able to maintain control and manage the pressure that is mounting like a tsunami against the levees in New Orleans. And you're able to kind of control the flow enough to where you don't let out anything that's overly awful sounding. And you're very thankful for such a fact. Drathar, you hear kind of the faintest of whiffs and gurgles and spits as Krathok is doing his damnedest not to just absolutely let loose the
Yeah, but what about the smell?
Oh, that's what we're getting to.
Sadly, I don't have magic that can cover that up.
I do.
Well, Corin, as you are probably furthest down the table, you kind of become keenly aware of the kind of growing kind of confusion on some's face as there's kind of begins to be kind of loud gasping from down at the end of the table. You're about midway up. And you just all of a sudden are hit with one of the most foul, sour milk smells that you could possibly imagine. Enough to probably make you gag almost on sight.
None of that. I'm going to use Storm Guide to subtly control the weather around me. I'm going to redirect the flow of air in this room and put a little gust out. No, none of that.
You create a storm.
I'm suddenly, having a little airflow through here.
Wait a minute.
You summon a breeze to break the wind. I love it.
Who breaks the wind to break the
wind? Someone had to open a window.
So, thankfully, Corin, you are able to stem the tide. And go ahead and give me an Arcana check. I want to see how
Is it going to be higher? It went down. It went down again.
It did go down again.
An 8.
It's an 8.
Oh no.
Oh boy. So
can I channel divinity?
The themselves come down and clear it.
Well, no.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, you
can. All
can.
the demons.
Please channel divinity. Yes, you give me a D20 roll. Channel divinity, for the love of God. Channel divinity. Yes. Yes, a million times yes.
If that's not gonna work, I gotta play.
I rolled a 7.
Much like many a man, Krathok, while you are sitting there, mercilessly just unleashing your bowels ever so slowly, and dealing with the pain of you trying to just like not let it out all at once, you're kind of getting that like backflow sensation that's only making it worse at points. And as you kind of, break wind at some and let loose with other, you're just constantly just in turmoil, praying to your deity, please deliver me from this evil. And it falls on deaf ears. The yak's milk is an evil of your own making, and one you must brave on your own, apparently.
Got to atone for his sins.
Yeah, Corin, you do conjure the storm, and as you do try and move this breeze out, you are somewhat successful, as those on your side of the table seem to be met with some relief, while those on the other side seem still horribly afflicted by whatever massive wave of stench has crept from around the corner. Drathar, what's your play?
I want to look at the people down at the end of the table. I want to look for the grungiest looking Goliath I see, or fattest, or whatever. And I want to.
Tabby?
You got Tabby.
Poor Tabby.
Are you going to shame Tabby in front of everyone?
No, don't shame Tabby.
I'll pick the best looking male.
There you go. That's
cream of the crop Goliath down there. And I'm going to use my sleight of hand to do minor illusion and make it sound like he's farting horribly.
Oh, God.
Okay.
We'll do anything to help Krathok.
I'm gonna clip that. Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, Drathar, you begin.
I will roll as much as you want.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an Arcana check to see the effectiveness of your fart noise manifestation illusion.
16.
Oh, great. So you see this very handsome, young-looking Goliath who seems to be stuffing his face with whatever meat and cheese they have available, and you do some fairly awful magic to him, and begins to start slowly with these little spurts and sputs. Eventually, you conjure up some evil wind sounding to the point where those around him can't help but look and point out, "Oh, come on, man! Just go to the loo. Just go. Get out of here. What's wrong with you?" And he's just like, "I don't know what's going on. It's not me. I promise, it's not me." "What do you mean it's not you? We can. It's not like I don't have ears. It's coming right from your ass. Like, get out of here. What's wrong? God, the smell, ruining all of dinner. What in the hell?"
Is Poppy kind of aware of what's really? Is Poppy kind of aware of what's really going on?
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
I'll even give you advantage because you know these knuckleheads.
And you're sitting right next to me, so you probably can see my hand under the table right next to you.
How do I roll for advantage again?
Just 2d20.
You roll twice.
Yep.
Roll twice. Perception.
This is not something I'd ever thought I'd use this spell for.
The first one is 11,
okay.
And then the second one is a 19.
Perfect. Poppy, at first you're a little bit alarmed, right? Like you have no idea what's going on because the stench hasn't quite gotten to you yet. But as you are aware of kind of this commotion going on down the table, you kind of look and you see Drathar making hand movements, and you begin to kind of put together that you're hearing these fart noises and seeing like the horrendous faces of these people down at the other end of the table that seem to be afflicted by some unseen evil. And everyone's kind of groaning and stopping to eat, and even poor Tabby's down there going like, oh my god, what happened? Oh, like just terrible, just
Poppy's
disgusting.
just kind of like looks at Drathar with wide eyes and is trying not to laugh.
Yeah, all you hear is. It's like literally like Norsu's trumpeting out of this man's asshole, and because of the skill that Drathar is executing with this with, like it even like feels like it's directing from his butthole. Like even as he stands up, Drathar adjusts the positioning of the sound so that it comes out the right way. It's quite impressive use of illusionary magic. And the only thing worse than the sound is, in fact, the actual smell as Krathok continues to empty his whole digestive tract down this hole. The smell continues to leak out. Krathok, at this point, I want you to roll for a Constitution save to see if you are even offended by your own stench.
He passes out in the toilet.
Constitution save for this. Oh no. Oh, 18.
18. Yeah, so Krathok, you at first were just like, wow, that is sharp. But eventually you get to the point where you're just like, you know what? I'm proud of this. This is worthy. This is worthy of a courtesy sniff in the world of Goliaths. For those that are unaware and uninitiated in the practice of the courtesy sniff, when one creates something so foul from within themselves that it is astonishing even to them, it warrants friends and others to have a courtesy sniff. In which case, at some point in the future, when they conjure something equally as foul, you must respond in kind by partaking in the stench itself. And you, at this point, Krathok, are so kind of like proud of this yak ass that you have produced that you just let it all go. You let it all go. And from your butt sounds like a sousaphone that just hits the brown note, and it all comes out, and you feel instant relief. And at that point, Drathar, if you would like to roll to see if you can muster up some kind of sound, and or maybe throw the sound to the ass of the other man that you are horribly pinning this on, I will allow you to attempt that.
What do you want me to roll? Arcana, Deception, Sleight of Hand?
Yes. I want you to roll Arcana and Deception.
We'll do Deception first.
Yes.
Oh my god.
That's 11.
Yeah, it works, but barely.
Arcana. 12. That looks cocked as all hell, but yeah, 12.
Phew. Not on my screen, it doesn't. Thankfully, you made both those rolls, and you're able to kind of throw the sound and really convincingly this time make it sound like it's coming from this poor man's ass. As you kind of in all kind of sound audio processing, you essentially cut off the sound coming from Krathok and essentially transport that to this poor man's buttocks. And he looks mortified as those around him are both disgusted and laughing at him now. And he, for shame, does not know what is happening to him, as you are getting so good at mimicking these that you can actually see his pants move when you make the fart noises, as if wind is actually breaking from this man's buttocks. And eventually he just, after that, he gets to the point where the shame is too great, and you see him leave looking very frustrated and ashamed, all in one, along with a healthy dose of confusion.
As he's leaving, I want to just kind of pipe up and make an offer. For 15 gold, I can create a potion that can cure that.
He just looks over and just looks really indignant as everyone begins to laugh, and he just storms out of the room.
If you want it, just come see me in the morning.
As he passes through the barrier, he is able to smell in full force what just broke from Krathok's ass. And I am going to roll a Constitution save for him to not pass out.
Oh no.
Odds
You
or
need to
evens?
pass out.
Odds or evens?
Even.
Your life.
Nat 20! He survives. He survives this stench, but he does look, and as he kind of gets hit with this smell, he just looks down, and even in the poor darkness, he can see you, Krathok, and you see his eyes become slits, and just you, and gets real indignant, and then continues to storm off.
Oh
Out
my
of your
God.
sight. Krathok, you have survived this encounter, and as such, you are now, we'll say, you now have advantage against future yak milk rolls, as your body has now
Yay!
developed somewhat of a resistance to the lactose intolerance that you have suffered.
The lactose intolerance.
Because of that amazing thing, can we have level 7 early?
I will ponder this.
Oh my God.
I mean, to be fair, we now have a reason for them to be a reason for Arn to be like, okay, yeah, that's worth it.
Let me
I
work
mean,
it.
this is comedy gold. I mean, just like Oracle said.
Oh, it is.
Sorry to break
And-
the fourth wall.
I am a little sad. I'm losing a customer because he found out what actually happened.
Oh yeah, yeah. He knows. He knows. It's the in his mind. He goes, you. It's a thing. But anyway, so Krathok, you are you're able to get yourself all cleaned up. You did absolutely make a horrible mess of that shaft. It is probably not going to be right for at least a week. But you kind of rise, feeling a good 2 to 3 pounds lighter, and fortified in all of the right ways. You kind of make your way back into the main hall and sit down next to Ogalai, who just begins to chuckle ferociously as she knows exactly what happened, because she knew that this happened to you when you were a child. Because the last time that you had yak's milk in any quantity, not only did you have horrible gas, but you did in fact shit yourself. So there's that very young. We're not talking like a grown man shit himself. We're talking like Krathok is effectively 4 or 5 years old and has an accident, right? But she thought it was hilarious. And she
started
remembered.
like no one has started before.
Exactly.
Don't trust
Do
that
not trust that fart. Exactly.
Never trust
Oh my
fart.
God.
Yes. We're on the same wavelength. I love this. But yeah, so the feasting continues. Ogalai kind of regales some stories of when Krathok and her were little, and kind of talks about, goat ball and how it's, something that they still love to play with Worm in the Worm Doom Crag, and how she kind of hopes that even though she doesn't believe it possible, she really does hope that Arn is willing to listen to her and kind of, hopefully repair the schism that is between the two clans. But the feasting
Perhaps
is
a match
done.
would-
The feasting is done. The surrounding braziers have sufficiently exchanged the methane produced by Krathok for carbon dioxide again, and even though everyone's a little lightheaded, everyone's able to make their way to bed safely and not have to suffer in fear of carbon monoxide poisoning this evening, due to the continued air that I'm going to say that Corin probably is continuing to try and channel to clear out the smell of all of this garbage. And with that, it is going to be nighttime. The next morning, you awake You see Oglai. She is once again kind of in her kind of white outfit, which again just all Yeti leather with kind of Yeti fur and a very long cape, and she kind of beckons to her a couple different Goliaths that kind of provide her with a large sword, a rather interesting looking tower shield that she puts across her back, just in case, she says. And you begin to make your way to the Sky Tower shelter to confront Arn, and we will figure out how that goes next time.
Yeah.
My goodness.
We have
Oh
fun
my
here.
god.
Who would have thought?
I think we've found peak performance when it comes to entertaining guests.
Oh man. That
Yeah.
that was fantastic.
That was gold. That
We
was
should be
gold.
invited. We should be invited to all the high class, high society dinners.
We've heard that providing Krathok with yak's milk is one hell of a time.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
man.
it definitely entertains.
I'm glad I finally got to use my arcane trickster as how I wanted to use him.
That was
You have a little fart machine going now.
Yeah,
Oh my
find
God.
unique ways to use my magic.
fantastic. But that is going to do it for us. Live and Let's Die. Thank you so much for the raid. We hope that you guys had a fantastic stream and session on your side. Obviously, we're having fun over here. Let's see if we've got anybody that we can raid. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Even with the coffee, I'm still.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Um,
see who we got.
I can send you a link.
Oh yeah.
Link me.
I can send you a.
Please feel free to link me.
I think they've rated us before.
Sure. 3 that I see that we've got on currently are Behold, Quest and Chaos, and I think Robear's on reruns, but still.
Yeah, I sent you Behold.
Okay. Perfect.
Behold, roleplay.
Behold Roleplay. Let's go say what's up to Behold Roleplay. And we will catch you guys next Monday. Ooh, they're doing Mass Effect. Yes. I love Mass Effect. All right, we will see you guys next Monday for more Rime of the Frostmaiden goodness. Also, happy to announce I've been making a lot of progress on the upcoming Ravenloft campaign, which will be starting in December officially. We got a date. December 11th is most likely going to be our first session there, though it is not going to be streamed in the same way. So more details on that as we come along. But definitely look out for the Ravenloft campaign. Make sure that you're following Dungeon Nytes on YouTube. You can now see everything. All of our episodes are current, up and including the last session. This one will be made available towards the end of this week, moving into next week. So keep your eyes out for that if you want to replay or if you want to catch something that you missed. And we will catch you guys next time. So let's go ahead and raid Behold. Thank you all so much for being here. We love your faces. We will catch you guys next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Later.
Hey. I just want to point out the amount of mechanics that went into hiding that